I actually had a dream. It was literally disembodied words. And I was picking them up and moving them, rearranging the punctuation. So yes, I think it's safe to say that this is following me around, and I know for a fact that my wife will be very happy when the labels are not everywhere all the time in my mind.
As head of interpretation for the Museum of Fine Arts, Benjamin Weiss was responsible for every piece of text in the new wing, all 5,000 labels and wall panels. As staff scrambled to make sure every I was dotted and T crossed before opening day, Weiss sat on gallery floors, literally checking every I and T.
In his airline armchair that he started a company to produce it.
I'm usually reading it out loud when I'm sitting in the galleries, which must make people think that there's the crazy man wandering around doing dramatic recitations to the painting.
Single magnificent work to compare favorably with the great.
These are words that are read in space, not just on the page, and it's important to read them in the space.
Disney Studios, which installed more than 50.
Curators and other staff collaborated with Weiss on the writing, but he edited every label and effectively sets the language the museum uses to communicate with its audience.
My job is to get people to slow down. People have done studies watching people, what their average pause before a work of art is. It's some astonishingly low number, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that. It's not always something else to look at. If you can get them to go to 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that's a really major shift. And if you stand and stare at something for 30 seconds, that is a genuinely long period. Your eye does a whole different thing.
Writing for the wall is meant to be captivating yet minimal.
This isn't really about authorship. In many ways, the label is supposed to fall away, or it's supposed to serve almost like the host at a cocktail party. You wander up to this person you don't know, and the label introduces you.
The language on labels at the MFA and other museums has evolved in recent years. Gone are novel-length entries full of academic jargon. The new labels aim to be direct, clear, and friendly.
There's no benefit in using a $25 word when a 25-cent word will do. I did once see the word apotropaic on a wall label, and if you know what apotropaic is, I'm impressed.
Did you look it up?
In fact, I did know it, but I had, but I'm in that business. So
what does it mean?
It means protective. So why use apotropaic when you could just say protective? It's interesting being here as the wing is evolving. It's full of people going about their daily work, people nailing things, people hanging art, designers playing back and forth with color samples. There's a very everydayness to being here right now because it's a work site, really. But then you look around, and if you look over my shoulder, you see these 70 paintings and 15 white marble 19th century sculptures. It sort of goes in and out of focus that you're working in this totally strange environment. It's both magical and workaday. It's really quite something.